Hello. Uh, Today we're having a story about Mary and Martha and Lazarus. It is in the book of John, the 12th chapter. It's the very first 8 verses, but we've heard about these people before. I think this is the third story about Mary and Martha and Lazarus and Jesus. The first one was about Mary and Martha. Martha was complaining that Mary was not doing any work. Remember, Jesus had come to visit, and Martha was putting all this food on the table, and Mary was right under Jesus' feet. She was sitting on the floor, or at least that's what the picture shows, and she was listening to everything he said. She really wanted to hear the things that Jesus talked about. And the other one was when Lazarus had died and Jesus brought him back to life. Do you remember that? Mary and Martha both said, "Oh, Jesus, if you'd only been here, he may not have died." But it was so that Jesus could bring him back to life so people would understand more. Well, this story is, I think, the last one that I know of that is in the Bible about Mary and Martha and Lazarus. It was after, this is the last one, the third one. Jesus, it's a couple of weeks before he is to die on the cross. About a week before Passover, and he's going to Jerusalem with his disciples, and he stops at Bethany. That's where the three siblings live. Now, one of the customs a long time ago, things were dusty and people didn't have real good shoes, so they would often be barefooted or sandals. And so when someone came to visit you, you would wash their feet. Well, today is a rainy day. I don't know if you can hear, but you see this mud right here? It would be all on your feet if you were traveling. So one of the things that they would do would be to wash your feet. Well, Mary, remember, she loves Jesus very much, and she wanted to show Jesus how much she loved him. And so she had saved some perfume. Do you have any soap that smells really good? And this was expensive perfume. And she goes to Jesus and she washes his feet with this perfume. It smells beautiful. She wipes his feet with her hair. It is just an act of love for him. Well, do you remember Judas, one of Jesus's disciples? He's the guy who had the bad idea to betray Jesus. Well, he speaks up and he says, "Wait a minute, that's very expensive perfume. We could sell it and give it to the poor." Now, he didn't say that because he cared about the poor. He said that because he was the treasurer. He kept the money that people gave to Jesus, and he would sometimes take some of it. He was a thief. Well, so he said that. He goes, "Why didn't we just sell that and give it to the poor?" Well, Jesus, he says, "Leave her alone. She is showing love to me by doing this." And that's the story, all about the love that Mary had and showed for Jesus. Now, she showed it in 2 different ways. She showed it by paying attention to what he said, reading his word. She contemplated things. She thought about what he said, treating people differently, loving people, doing what God wants us to do. She thought about those things, and she showed Jesus love. Now, Jesus is not here, but in the Bible it says, if you do unto someone a kindness, it's as if you're doing it to Jesus. Yes? So if we do something really sweet for your mommy or your daddy or a best friend or an enemy, if we do something in love for someone, it's as if we're doing it to Jesus. And that's what Mary was doing. She was showing love to Jesus. So let me know the next time you do something special And you can do it in your heart as if you're doing it for Jesus. You take care. I'm praying for you. You pray for me. Bye-bye.